Hey y'all, I'm back. Sorry y'all. Somebody was texting James from a wrong number and he thought it was something important, but it was basically the wrong number. So you need some new glasses, but sorry. Uh, we're going to have to take him to the eye doctor, okay? Anyway, so sorry. Thank y'all for coming back. So I changed the title since we already talked about most of the stuff that the men were saying that women need to improve in order to be provided for. So I know the people that like the short videos will be happy with that one. So we started a new topic because this is what we ended off talking about, unkept women. Because a lot of men said that they don't like the unkept women appearance when they are seen out in public. Okay. So unkept looks, are men repellent. Unkept looks are men repellent. And I know, like, in our minds, we think comfort over, what we look like, comfort over beauty, quickness and, what do you call it? Quickness and ease over, trying to look pretty just to run an errand. You're going to have like just grab and go type of outfit. Just do whatever you can do with your hair. Just do this and do that. So, why even leave your house if you're going to look the worst? Like, why not just order in, or why not just, wait till tomorrow? Like, if you must go do something, why don't you plan ahead so that you look good when you arrive wherever you're going? You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, you never know what you're going to find, who you're going to find, who's going to find you, what you're going to run into, who you're going to run into. I always talk about people. What if you run into your ex-boyfriend with his new girlfriend and you looking crazy? That is going to scar you emotionally for a long time. And you don't want to do that. And I've heard stories of that happening to so many women on this channel. So don't do that. Oh, I see we have the Dusty crew in here today. Hey, Dusty crew, how y'all doing? Hey, Dusties. Dusties, y'all looking for trans? Y'all looking for trans women? We won't tell nobody. Anyway, y'all secret safe in here, just So anyway, the unkept look. The unkept look is also associated with poverty. Let me repeat that. The unkept look is associated also with poverty. It means you're pressed for time. You don't have time. You don't have you may not have the clothes. You may not have, the clothes or makeup or whatever you need to make yourself look decent because you're surviving. You're in survival mode. So that's also what it looks like when you're out and about, like unkept. Or it looks like you don't care about yourself and that you put yourself as a very low priority. Now, they might understand if it's like a natural disaster or like some type of emergency. But if this is just a normal average day and you're out there looking like, unkept, then people are going to definitely feel that and assume that, either you're poor or you're, putting yourself as a low priority and you have little value. So please refrain from running out of your house if you can, looking unkept at all times. If you're not, even if you're not getting out the car, at least make sure your hair is decent, or throw a wig on, or some type of hat or something, but don't go out there with a bonnet, that's for sure, because you don't want, what if you get in a car accident and you have to get out of the car and see what's going on, or stand in the middle of the street or on the side of the highway looking like whatever you look like. And what if the other person's dressed really well and da 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 da, automatically they might think it's your fault just because you look crazy. They're gonna be harder on you if you looking ugly and the person that hit you is beautiful. I'm just trying to tell you. Be like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, officer. I really didn't see where she was coming from. She came out of nowhere. And she's gonna just lie straight up on you because she's cute, and the officer gonna be like, okay, ma'am, you at fault because you ugly. Period. Done. You know what I'm saying? So you better look good. I'm not even joking either. Thank you, Cha Cha Latte. Men say this when they get you. They'll say, you don't need to get all dressed. I know. You don't need to wear makeup. I know. They cheat with the kept women. That's right. Game. That's why they don't want you out there with that makeup on, because they know what it do. They know what it do, baby. It calls all the attention. Okay. So make sure you're not listening to that either. Stay how you looked when you met them, okay? So even like if you saw some of my wig videos, there are with those headband wigs where there's just like a black headband in the front that velcros, and then there's a wig on it. You just grab one of those and be out really quick. It takes less than a minute to put on. Okay, keep one of those in your car if you have issues. There you go. Please. You threw out all your wardrobe that was bad looking. Good. Lazy clothes. Exactly. That way you don't have a choice. If you throw all your ugly clothes away, you don't have a choice. Okay. Put a sign by your door before you leave out of what you cannot wear. And if you have it on, you got to go back and change. Okay. If you have issues with this, Also, like, I see it a lot. I see it a lot in some places. In some places, I don't see it at all, And when I see it, it's like, it's such a sad thing to see, because I feel like, why did you come out of the house looking like that? This is inappropriate. It's almost inappropriate. Literally, it is inappropriate to come out of your house in your bedclothes. It's inappropriate to come out of your house looking like you're going to sleep somewhere, So it's bad manners, and that's why I don't think people should do it. And then also, even if you are dressed in regular clothes, if they're dirty, if they're too small, if they're too tight, if your hair is, unkept, or if you have dirty nails or stuff like crust hanging out of, the side of your eye because you didn't wash your face, or if your teeth got stuff on it because you don't brush your teeth, if you are musty because you don't have on deodorant, or you didn't take a shower, that's also unkept, as your hygiene and how you present yourself. So keep your hygiene up as well. If you're going to rush out of the house, make sure you don't have holes or, stains all over your clothes either. Okay. So please don't look unkept when you leave. Now, some people may feel like they don't look unkept, and they may say, oh, I look natural. Now, here is where the problem comes in. This is where the line gets real thin. Okay, let me go in on this, because a lot of people, y'all know I am not politically correct, and I don't care about being politically correct. I'm here to help you, and I'm here to tell you what you need to hear, period. Okay, because I don't care. And I'm going to tell you, some people feel like, oh, not wearing any makeup and being barefaced and just plain whatever, not, not doing anything to my hair, but just like however it looks, I'm just going to do whatever is convenient with it as possible. But at the same time, what looks kept to you may look unkempt to someone else. So you have to also consider where you're going as well, what you are looking like, what everyone else in that environment is looking like, and how does it contrast. Okay, so it's just like when I tell you guys to go out and freestyle and observe how certain women dress on, the wealthier side of town, what they wear, how they interact with people, maybe how they do their makeup. It's the same thing. Okay, so when you feel like, oh, well, I'm a natural beauty and I'm going to go out looking just like Mother Earth or whatnot. But if you're going somewhere where everybody is polished, you're going to look like Mother Homeless. Okay, you're going to look like Mother Homeless or Mother whatever, Mother Suspect. I don't know. But what I'm saying is you have to really be aware of where you're going when you decide to try to pull off the natural Mother Earth goddess look, because sometimes you're going to draw more attention to yourself trying to do the least, and it's not going to be positive attention. Okay, so be careful. I said Mother Suspect. You said mother of 8 kids. Exactly, because we already know people stereotype. So let's just pretend like, we're really here to learn. So people are definitely going to stereotype. So remember that. I thought the airline had a dress code. Do they? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Stop wearing leggings everywhere. Right. Thank you. My day is coming for what? What's my day coming for? Y'all, please let me know. My day is coming. I know my day is coming, baby. I'm waiting on my day. My payday. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Uh-huh. Oh, we got haters and trolls in here today. Well, wonderful. I'm glad you can be here. Okay, do you recommend buying? I'm not giving no financial advice. Buy a house if you got the money, or get a man to do it for you. Either way, do what you got to do. The downfall of Shira. Yeah. Y'all keep waiting on my downfall. I'll fall down on purpose. I'll pull a Michael Jackson. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Your husband is buying you a house. Wonderful. You said very sad. I know. It's very sad that y'all probably gonna fall for it too, Dusties. I'm gonna script the whole thing out. Y'all gonna be like, oh, SheRaSeven. Ooh, and then I'm gonna pop back up better than ever. I'm back. Joe, like my fake fall. Y'all gonna be even more mad. I'm gonna put up my own stories. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Since y'all waiting on it, let me give y'all what y'all want. Go watch my video from yesterday. I fell on there too. I'm waiting for the rise in your paycheck, Dusty. You waiting for my fall. Poor thing. Anyway, he can't. Them Dusties can't even get an unkept woman. The unkept woman be like, not today, Dusty. I know I look this way, but that doesn't mean I'm Dusty too. Okay, just because you look unkept as a woman, it doesn't mean you're dusty or broke. It just means you didn't do anything with yourself before you left your house. And when Dusty start approaching you, thinking they got half a chance, then you want to get upset sometimes. But then you wonder, why are you approaching me? I don't even have any makeup, or I don't even look cute. Why are you approaching me? Because you look low budget. And when you start attracting dusties because you look low budget, this the kind of man you're gonna get, these dusty dudes in these comments. And that's what that's what you're gonna have to deal with. And we don't want that, do we? We don't need that. Okay. So please make sure that every time you leave your house, have a checklist of what not to wear. If you got it on, turn back around from the front door and go and fix it. You'll thank yourself later. Believe me, so many women, like I said, have run into their ex when they were looking their worst. And some of them ran into their ex when they were with their new girlfriends. That's even worse. Y'all don't want to be that. I couldn't even imagine. I'd be like, oh my gosh. I'm not talking about a particular look. I'm talking about like very plain and blah, no makeup, no nothing. Like, and I've talked about this before. Some women think that they're flawless with no makeup on, but you're flawless as you can look without makeup. Okay, but I'll just put it like that. You're as flawless as you can look without makeup, but stand next to someone with makeup on. That's all I'm saying. Like, if you're in the store and you say, oh, I look so good natural and no makeup and just like, but if I'm sitting here made up, got on foundation, powder, concealer, and you're just all natural, but there's natural shadows on your face, there's natural under eye, there's natural this, there's natural this. It's not gonna look as appealing standing next to a woman with makeup on, or you're not going to look as polished, so that's what I'm saying. You don't have to look like you have on a whole face of makeup, but you can put some concealer on, you can put some foundation on, or some if you have any flaws that you need to fix, you can do some dot found or something. You don't need to go out looking like you stayed up all night. So as we get older, our skin is not going to be as flawless as we think it used to be. And standing next to someone with flawless, a child with flawless skin, or a woman with makeup on, you're going to look like you're sick or unkept. So that's why I feel that you need to definitely keep something in your purse to kind of fix that when you're out and about. Oh, thank you, Leah. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Sure is so right. I ran into my first boyfriend ever a while ago, and I looked amazing. And he ended up giving me his number again. And he is very high value now. As an adult, looks like, always look your best. Thank you, Leah. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah. Because what if you were looking bad that day? Ooh, you would have been like, ooh, I'm glad I broke up with her, or I'm glad she broke up with me. Or he made it pretend like he didn't recognize you. That would be sad, right? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, sprinkle, sprinkle. These men need showers, right? Yeah. Deodorant, baby. Perfume and deodorant. Keep some deodorant and perfume in your car. or in your purse at all times, because you don't know if it's going to get hot. You don't know if you're going to have to walk around a lot. You know, you don't know if your kids are going to need it. But always keep that on hand so that you don't have to, you know, walk around smelling. Okay, please. You said how to look like a wife? Look like somebody would marry you? And claim you in public? Yeah, that's what you got to do. Okay, here's another thing to think about. If you leave your house, and let's say the man of your dreams, or the crush, whatever crush you have, that if you're not, you know, with somebody, or the crush or the man of your dreams sees you out when you look your worst, how does that feel? Bad, right? It feels terrible, right? So that's how you should feel before you leave the house unkept. That feeling right there. That's how you need to feel. I remember someone was telling me on one of the feeds on a video a while back, they saw some celebrity at the store, and they looked so bad that they couldn't even say hello or look, like make eye contact or say anything to the celebrity, because they was they was looking their worst. I'm like, ooh, that what if he would have liked you when you looked your best, and you could have exchanged numbers or something, So that's one of the big problems. We always miss opportunities when we don't feel like we can be confident enough, because we're not looking our best. We shrink back when we feel like we don't look as polished as the next person. Our self-esteem goes lower when somebody else took care of themselves, is standing right next to us in the line at the store, and we look like we just woke up off of a park bench. So this is why I'm saying, make sure you need to look your best, so that someone who looks their best isn't standing right next to you, making you look even worse than you thought you looked before. Okay, because a lot of women don't think about this. They just think, oh, I look okay, I look all right. There's nothing absolutely wrong with me. I look decent enough to go to the store. But maybe you don't. Thank you, Jarrell. Upwardly mobile young man here, currently showing your videos to my sister, as well as spoiling her with a shopping spree every time I visit her with my mom. Oh, and my mom. As you say, sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Jarrell. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I appreciate that. That's so nice of you to take care of your sister in that way. And thank you for sharing my videos with her. Hopefully they will be helpful, so she won't have to deal with no dust in her future, or you won't have to deal with a dusty brother-in-law bringing the family down. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you. Yeah, that was nice, right? I mean, if you well-to-do and you got stuff going on, you don't want your sister bringing home no dusty dude to ruin ruin everything. Right. That's how they used to do in the old days. The older brother or the father would have to look out for who the women are bringing home, the daughters are bringing home, or the younger sisters are bringing home, because they can't bring no dust to this house. Okay, you're not going to bring our house down. You're not going to bring our family name down. You're not going to bring our wealth down, or whatever, with your dustiness. So they teach them to aim high, marry up, things like that. Or at least not get, messed over or hurt. And, you treat them good, then, like, giving her money to go shop or take her shopping, she's going to expect that from the man too, which means he can't be a dusty. So that's really good. So I do think that's cool of you as a big brother. A lot of other girls probably wish they had older brothers like that. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Queen Mother. I appreciate that. Do you think it's shady to tell a colleague or a random person she'd be pretty if she took better care of herself? I think it is a little bit shady or rude. You could say it in a different way. Like, have you ever tried this brand of such and such? Or have you ever shopped at this store? This would look so pretty on you. You know, you can do it in that way. Right. Ain't nothing wrong with trans women. I'm just saying there's Dusty's in here always saying that I'm trans. And so I asked if they were looking for trans. Because they keep asking me if I'm trans, and I'm asking them if they're looking for trans. There you go. So that's why I said that earlier in the video, and probably on other videos. Just say they should what? People saying I'm going to prison. I'm not going to prison. I don't even hardly leave my house. Believe. Okay. Just because other people do stuff don't mean I'm other people. That's all. Okay. So y'all it's like, since Tiger Woods crashed, is every golfer gonna crash? Stupid, right? I swear that's why they dusty and because their mind can't work right. Somebody sprinkle some common sense on their head, please. Shira is not addressing the situation. Exactly. I will not be addressing the situation. There are plenty of other desperate YouTubers that are addressing the situation that you can go to. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. I will not be addressing that situation because I don't feel that I should. Okay, it ain't my business, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Mina. I appreciate that. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said your brother was the same with you, Mia. Yeah, if y'all are older brothers, y'all need to do this for y'all little sisters so that they don't bring home dusties. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Girl, these other females trolling me. The ones I'm talking about, the unkept ones. Girl, I don't know. The only reason I would troll myself if I were another person is if I felt some type of way towards me. I don't know. Like, I probably would troll me if I wasn't me. And I want it to be me. Thank you. I would troll me too if I wanted to be me. I'm just saying. Do I believe in an open relationship? I believe in all bills paid relationship. The open bank account, open wallet relationship, whatever that is. I think that's up to each individual person. For me, as long as they're not spending money on that other person, this is not an open relationship, okay? It's not an open wallet relationship. If they spending money, then we got a problem, okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Do I think sex can keep a man? Depends on how soon you do that. If it's too soon, no. If he'd already invested a lot of money and he ain't going nowhere, yeah. Sprinkle, sprinkle. But if he hit it, he quit it, he's out. I'm going to time out the hater so she can hate on herself. So, If you can't afford to level up and you feel like you look unkempt, then just look for tips on how to look a certain way without spending money. You know, how to make the best of what you have is definitely going to be more helpful than not doing anything about it at all, you know? Um, I missed the call. What if you have hair loss and have to wear wigs out of necessity? When do you take the wig off and show the hair loss to the man? What if he's unattractive? When you married and have your name on that deed, etc., etc. Sprinkle, sprinkle. For better or for worse, baby. After you got that marriage license and name on your and deed of the house, that's when. Okay. Da-da. There you go. What do you think I was going to say? Day 2? That's not their business, baby. That ain't their business. If you do you plan on leaving the house with no wig on? Do you plan on walking around, you know, right in his face and going like this with your head to show you the hair loss to him? Then he'll probably never see it. He probably won't even really notice it unless you're pointing it and showing it to him. If you're always leveled up anyway, you know. I mean, he might find out later, but by then it's too late, or he probably won't care because you don't leave the house without it, or he always sees you with it, you know. So I really don't think he would care. You know, half these men got hair pieces out here that y'all don't know about, right? Oh, so I don't see the difference. All right. Y'all probably dated some men who wore wigs too. Y'all just didn't even know. So, you know, hmm we know ourselves better than anyone, and we know what our greatest qualities are, and we should embrace them and use them for our advantage. So, definitely remember that. If you are the type of person that's lazy and sleeps to the last minute and doesn't want to wake up to make themselves look decent, um, then your life will probably reflect that as well and your lifestyle. So just remember that too. You know, people do that when they're young, but as you get older, you have to stop because you're gonna have to get serious about your life and the type of people you're attracting or not attracting, and the type of things you want versus the type of things you can't attract because of what you look like. Right. You got to go to sleep early or get up early. Choose. I'll go to sleep and get up early, or I'll go to sleep early so I can get up late, or so I can get up early and have enough energy. That's what I meant. But you can't sacrifice something as far as your looks, especially if you're trying to move up in your career. If you're trying to get the attention of men, you can't sacrifice that time. You got to use it to make yourself look good. Pick Misha is obsessed with you. Great. You know, I'm glad I make people obsessed. I mean, I knew I was special, but dang. That's fine, you know. Someone says your hair will grow up under the wig. That's true. It will. Because you're not messing with it all the time. You get ready in 1 minute, you look like it. That's true. Right? We're not men. We can't just get up and put on deodorant and brush our teeth. Like, they can't do that. Men get ready so quick, especially like if like they get out to get their hair cut, they just go like this and brush it, brush their teeth, put on deodorant and lotion if they need it, and that's it. They're done. We can't do that. If we did, we'd be them and they'd be us. Right. So have y'all ever seen or had to go out with somebody unkept and you looked good? Ooh. I think we talked about this in another video where sometimes your friends make, remarks to you because you leveled up and that you're doing too much and that you're too overdressed, but they sitting up there looking crazy, unkempt, and they want to go out to eat or they want to go out to shop with you, and you're like looking polished and they're looking like they just rolled out the bed, right? That's why I always say, what are you wearing before I go anywhere with anybody? Well, what are you going to wear? Well, what do you got on? I got on a dress. I got on this. Well, why are you wearing all that? Never mind, I can't go because that made you look bad. Then I'll be there by myself after that, looking cute. Because like if you show up with someone and they look the opposite of you, it's going to look strange. They're going to feel strange. And it's just going to be very awkward, especially if you're getting a lot of attention and they're getting looked at like or ignored. It's not going to be good. It's going to be like people will talk to the polished person and ignore the unkempt person as if they don't even exist. I've seen this so many times. They will speak to the person that looks presentable and avoid talking to the other person that looks bad. I think it's natural too. Like most people do the same thing and they don't even realize it. Like that's why if you go out with someone that looks worse than you or looks better than you, most of the people are going to gravitate towards the more polished or better looking person because they prefer, to speak to someone that they are attracted to. And so that's why sometimes the unkept or the level down chicks, start hating because they don't want to be ignored or passed over because they didn't do enough with themselves. Okay. And then they take it out on you. So be careful about hanging out with unkempt women as well, because the animosity will then start to build up and it could turn into little remarks or even betrayal or whatever between friends or cousins or sisters or whoever. My husband and I would always look strange. He would dress casual, kind of plain. I would be dressed to kill, look like I stepped out of a magazine, look like he came from working. Well, as long as he was paying, shoot, sprinkle, sprinkle. That's funny. That's right. No one's about to make me feel bad for looking good. That's right. Okay. Don't ever feel bad for looking good. They need to feel bad for looking bad because that makes more sense. Right. Let's see. I told y'all I'm not gossiping about people. So if y'all want to know stuff, go ask people that partake in that. It's like I'm really trying to tell y'all that I'm not going to partake in the gossip and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so y'all can stop asking, baby. Thank you, Sprinkle Sprinkle Bossy. Empress. I appreciate that. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you. You experienced so many times that you decided to hang around different types of women. That's right. That's what you got to do. Because the other ones will definitely, bring down everything, the whole vibration, and, it's just going to be awkward. Okay. You like think about like when they write movies or they show a group of friends on a TV show. They never show like leveled up friends and then the unkept friend. Like they don't go together. Like-minded people hang around like-minded people. So that's why I say sometimes you got to let those friends go because you're going somewhere that they don't want to go anymore. You're going to a higher level of how you present yourself to the world, and which is going to bring you to an entirely new world, literally, because you're going to meet people that you wouldn't have met before. You're going to interact with people who you may have not gotten interactions with before. So it's literally like you're being introduced to a whole world, a different world. Thank you, Lissa. Sprinkle, sprinkle. This guy I'm dating raised his voice at me and cussed at me for the first time. He's actually the perfect man, but I broke up with him to learn his lesson. How long should I give it a break? Well, if is he trying to call and get you back? Um, if he's not trying to call and get you back, I don't know. But if he is, he should apologize, and you need to tell him that you don't put up with that, and it can't happen again. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm sure it's gonna happen again because like if y'all end up together, but not that soon, right? Thank you, Cold Summer. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. He must have forgot who he was talking to, or maybe he used to yell at his ex all the time, and that's what he's used. Some people will just get triggered and like remember arguing with an ex, and that's how they argue with everybody now, or the opposite sex. Hopefully, that's not it. I've seen that happen. They forgot who they was talking to for real. He was testing the waters. But that might have been the real him. You probably met his representative and the real him came out at that point. So take note. You got to make him pay for it, like literally with money, because that's the punishment. Don't take him back for free. Like if he's trying to get you back, tell him what he got to do. Well, you need to make that up to me by doing A, B, C, and D. Taking me shopping, going to the ball, my plane ticket, airfare, something. You need to get me something, because every time you think about doing it again, you're going to think about how much money you spent to get me back. And so they're less likely to repeat the offense if they know it's going to cost them money. Mm-hmm. You said don't argue. Yep, don't argue. We were talking about that on the video I did before this, arguing for no reason or not knowing when to shut up. Like some women will keep going and going and going because they're trying to prove a point, or they're trying to be right, or they're trying to, they can't leave a situation alone because they're so upset. It's best just to be quiet and let that person's thinking, create the rest of the situation. You don't have to say stuff if you've already said it. The mind, without you speaking, their mind is going to be like, I wonder why she's not arguing with me. I wonder what she's thinking. I wonder what she's planning on leaving. And then they'll start to be like, oh, I'm so sorry. And what are you doing? And I can't, I apologize for my actions. If you're still talking, they're just going to go in defense mode and say whatever they need to say to get you to shut up. So that's why you have to just be quiet sometimes. Let time work. on your behalf and wondering what you're thinking. Your husband apologized with buying gifts. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, name withheld. How do you respond if a guy you just met asks for your number or asks your age? Just met. Well, if you give your number out too easy, they may not call or they may think you're easy. So I would be like, well, tell me why I should give you my number. Have the conversation go a little bit further. And if you're impressed by what he's saying to you, then after the conversation, before you leave, then you can give him the number. Whatever age you need to tell him. Or say a lady never tells. What if both women look good? Would they get equal attention? They sure would. Sprinkle, sprinkle. The personality would have to win the personality would have to win over at that point if they both look good. Or he might try to get them both behind each other's back, maybe. Thank you, Big Money. Wilka, sprinkle, sprinkle. I let my son and his then girlfriend stay with us for vacation. She went home. She called my husband saying she was looking for me. She knows he has money. I think he moved her to our state. I need proof for divorce. Ooh, what? This is a scandal. Your son's then girlfriend was after your husband? You see, I wouldn't even do that. That's where I draw the line. Like, I'm not going after my boyfriend's father who's married. Now, like if he was divorced, then maybe. But see, I'm drawing the line there. That's terrible. Let's see. You got phone records? Maybe you can pull them phone records. I don't know. Or get her to talk about it and record it. I don't know, girl. I don't know. That's where I draw my like, not your boyfriend, daddy who's still married to the mama. He said, wow, I have standards. Just that, that's the line. Like if he's divorced, yeah, I'm fair chance, but not to your boyfriend's mother. Okay. He said that's a Tyler Perry film. Try to get them to talk about it and record it. Try to just get emotional and start saying some stuff that will trigger them to talk about it, and maybe they will. All right, say like you already know. Like, don't ask questions. Tell them you already know. And once they are convinced that you already know, then they may start talking about it. There's your proof. Okay. Or get like a recording device that is sound sensitive. Like when someone walks in a room, it starts recording. Try to get them in the same room and leave once you plant the device and see what they be talking about. When they leave, go get it, girl. I don't know. Okay. She can lurk and find more and get more money. That's right. You said haters gonna hate, right? Not trying to be messy. Look, I told y'all, I'm not talking about this. Why do y'all keep doing this? It's like, if y'all want to talk about that, go to the other YouTubers that are talking about it. If I had a title that said, let's talk about other people's business, then we would be talking about that. I'm trying to do a video for y'all. Y'all want to know about that? Or y'all want to know about what I'm talking about? So if y'all want to talk about that, y'all go over there to the other videos. Thank you. It's getting annoying, actually. It really is. Like, y'all can't focus for 2 seconds. I might as well just get off and go to my other channel. All right, I'll see y'all later then, if that's what y'all want to do. Right? Yes. Can y'all pretend like y'all are high class for 2 seconds? Thank you. Or something. Or act high class. You just act at least. Pretend. Come on. You know, we're acting now, okay? Let's just pretend. We can all pretend, can't we? Thank you. Do I have a police criminal record? I'm sure I do. Everybody got street cred. Yo. I done cussed out so many cops. But it was well worth it, I promise you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I even have a video about it if y'all want to go find it. It's out there on this channel. This cop was trying to come on to me in a bar, and he was too dusty for me. And after a couple of drinks, I had the courage to tell him that he did not make him enough money for me to be bothered with him. So yeah, y'all go hear that story. It's hilarious. Thank you, Nova Nora. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Appreciate you. You remember that one? Is it true that my husband only makes $75K a year? No, my husband is retired. He retired. He on Social Security now, or whatever, retirement pension, whatever they be getting. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Maybe that's what he made when he first started his career or whatever, but I don't know. Someone won't have to worry about a dusty for long. Right. Yeah, everybody I know have a record. Everybody, except for my mom. She was good. Darn it. She outdid me right there. My brother got a record. My sister got a record. My cat probably got a record. My best friends got record. They best friends got record. Everybody got records. If you don't have one, you special. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said what record James be having? I don't know. Why don't you go ask somebody's record? I don't think he has a record. James might be one without a record too. I got a record. I stay in the house. Okay. Yep. And animals can have records too. Like if they get lost and taken to the shelter, they got a record. And a chip too. So both my animals have records because they were adoptions. They were strays. You said your sugar daddy is what? Had a police record when he was young. Yeah. You know, half these people that are gossiping and asking about people's records got a long record. Worse than anybody's record. Right. Shoot. I just call it street cred, whatever. It just adds more flavor and spice, baby. My sugar daddy told me about his criminal past. Girl. Did he? What was he doing, girl? I'm just kidding. At least he got the money now. Shoot. Exactly. So people need to stop acting like we all don't have a past, right? You got a record by? Exactly. Everybody in here probably got a record. I've been arrested once for that. Yeah. And I did a whole video about it. It's not a secret, baby. You ain't discovered nothing. So if y'all watched my videos, y'all would have already seen it. I don't care. I'm not ashamed of anything. I embrace who I am, because if I hadn't done all those things, I wouldn't be who I am. I wouldn't have the advice that I have. I wouldn't be able to tell you stuff because that's called living and it's called life experience. Okay. So I'm good. I don't try to say I didn't do anything. I did everything I could. Okay. There you go. You just wrote a fraudulent check, allegedly. Girl, don't say that on here. Sprinkle. You silly. Yeah. My obituary gonna be good and long and detailed. And y'all get y'all reading glasses on. Be sure y'all get the whole story. Right. What? Cryptonomics say his lawyer did what? Folks out here trying to expose ish that's already exposed. I know. That's like trying to show nude pictures of somebody that posed nude. Oh, I got your nudes. I'm gonna leak them good. Hashtag blah 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 blah. That takes a really ignorant person. When blackmail goes wrong, when exposing goes wrong. Thank you, Big Money Sprinkle Sprinkle. Shira is super private on social media, no location or state she lives. Posts subtle things like hat wears but goes away, Snapchat, and then switches cars a lot. But he has a dealership. I give up. Well, as long as the money is coming in, don't put your name on it. And I don't know what to tell you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I don't know. Maybe you got a chop shop. Who knows? Chop shop. Chop shop. Oh, sorry. Why do I think women should ever choose to be unkept? They shouldn't. Unless they're trying to avoid people approaching them. Yes. Oh, Cryptonomics says Pan-African ADOS. You don't want this smoke. Here's $5 for your time. Oh, thank you for making me read that and giving me $5. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Do I think working a job not considered feminine makes it hard to date a man? I'm not saying that HV anymore. I know you're married, but did you tell him you were a mortician early in the relationship? Yes, I did, but I told him that I wasn't working at the time. I'm volunteering. Like, I had just quit my job like 2 weeks prior, and I was volunteering to help my old boss at his funeral home the night that I met. So technically I was a mortician, but I was volunteering my services versus getting paid for them. So I still was broke at that point, but I had potential. Like I could go get another job, basically. So I guess that worked. Honestly, I wouldn't give every detail about a career that, is going to affect how someone treats me or sees me. Should I be mad my husband bought a new car for himself and says it's for me? Do you have both sets of keys? Is your name on the title? Then it ain't for you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Simple as that. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm not going to partake in the gossip. Y'all can go to the gossip channels for that. I told y'all I'm not doing it. If y'all want to go gossip over there. You know what I'm saying? Go gossip where they're gossiping. But here I'm trying to do something. Most folks don't understand your job. They generally just ask to be nosy. So I keep it very general. That's good. Or make up something. So, yes, when I used to watch and I'm going to go into this, like, there's a lot of unkept pygmies on YouTube that no one really goes to watch, and who talk about this and who talk about that. But I feel that, honestly, if you are on social media, you do get more views the better you look. That's just, even if you ugly, but you put yourself together, you still gonna get more views than somebody who didn't. That's just natural, right? Even like, so you take a picture on Instagram with no makeup versus a bunch of makeup, or decent amount of makeup or whatever. The one with makeup probably gonna get more likes and views, right? So that's how it always is. That's why I'm just saying, sorry, y'all. That's why I'm just saying it's better to look your best than to look your worst, or just to look decent, at least. At least. Okay. At least decent, to where you could go anywhere that's not like a, a formal ball, or, a cocktail party, but you could pretty much walk and go in anywhere with what you look like and not be ashamed. That's how you need to leave your house, because you never know what the day will bring. You never know what could happen. You never know who you're going to see. You never know if you're going to get a flat tire, or if you're going to run into an ex, or if you're going to have to go to the hospital and the doctor in the emergency room is attractive and he's looking at you looking like Pygmisha Barnetta. Who did it and why? Okay. Yeah. Can you imagine that? Having an emergency and going into the emergency room and you have an attractive doctor and you just like all like extra cute, and then you looking like extra ugh. And hold on one second. I said this on one of my videos a long time ago and they laughed. If there was a bad accident and they only had one defibrillator or, machine to help, bring you back to life, and the cute one's laying there unconscious and the ugly one laying there unconscious, or she might not even really be ugly. She just might look her worst that day. Who getting saved? Who like getting saved? Y'all don't beat me up, but whose life is getting saved by the paramedics? Whose life getting saved? Who going on the defibrillator or the oxygen machine or whatever first? Who's gonna get the best version of CPR or whatnot? Who gonna die most likely? Think about it. Think. You know why a lot of people die? Because nobody want to touch them. Because they can't imagine flashbacks of saving, who did it in why's life. People are people. They're not perfect. Paramedics are not robots. If you have a man paramedic and he like pretty girls, he ain't finna give CPR to who did it and why. And he might, but if he got a choice, he ain't. Give it to the other girl. You know what I'm saying? So you better look your best so you can live. I'm just saying. Yeah, I don't think about this stuff. It runs deep. I better look my best so I have a higher chance of survival. If that's just the truth. If you're like, if someone's attacking people, a man will most likely try to save the woman who's better looking than the one who's not. Right? Or protect the better looking woman than the ones that are not. So you better look good so you can have a higher mortality, a higher lifespan, a longer lifespan, sorry. That's a good reason I want to level up. That's true. Because what if like what if there's an emergency situation and you need like to get somewhere really quick and you need help, and they say, does anybody need a ride? I'm going here, and you need to get there, like, in a natural disaster or whatever, and he only got 4 spaces. Who going? I need a ride. Versus you got this bonnet on and some, looking crazy. Who getting a ride? Okay, that's what I'm saying. You're gonna have to offer money or something to get an advantage. So look good. So emergency situations, like when we didn't have power and electricity because of the snowstorm and stuff, and I was putting my makeup on, still try to look cute. Layla, my daughter, was saying, like, why are you putting on makeup? I'm like, because I still need to look good. And then James was like, that's not going to help in this situation. I said, yes, it is. I said, I don't want to be found dead looking ugly if I die. you know, at least I'll look cute frozen. And then plus I said, well, I'm going to go outside and take photos anyway because I'm going to make a video. See, like I'm not sitting there taking stuff like to the worst. I'm like, look, I look good. I feel good. Let me go take some pictures in the snow. Okay. I have a good video now. So, and if they would have found me dead, I would have looked good. There you go. Last week you were driving fast. And what? And if I crashed, at least the paramedics would see me cute. I got reminded of you. Thank you, girl. Yep, that's true, Lily. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That actually happened to me. I'm not even lying. Like I get that story. I got that story from real life. When I was younger, I had a car accident and I was knocked unconscious for a couple of minutes. And when the paramedics arrived, they wanted to like put like all this, like they wanted to like examine me and stuff. And they had put me on the little stretcher and we're going to take you to the hospital. Are you feeling okay? And the lady that hit me, who was at fault, they didn't even care about her. They was like, yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm. She had to ask to go to the hospital. Oh, can I go to the hospital too? Man, we only have one ambulance. Well, I can ride in it too. Just like, how are you gonna put the same lady in the ambulance that hit me in the same ambulance? That could have been a disaster. But the paramedic, he was like, he was kind of, he favored me. I'll just say that. And he was like rolling his eyes when the old lady would start talking because she had ran a red light and hit me. He was like, so I know the paramedics are very biased. So you better look good, baby. You want to get to the hospital or get your life saved. She wanted to go to. Can I go to? No, ma'am. She begged to go. Anyway. She said, can I go to? I remember what I had on that day too. I had on this cute brown velour fitted shirt with some jeans and some boots and a Victoria's Secret bra with like flowers and stuff on it. And you know how when they take your heartbeat, they gotta like take your heartbeat, and it was like all the way up to here. So he had to raise my shirt up. I'm glad I had on that Victoria. Don't wear no ugly, dancy, dirty, stained clothes. I told y'all, even your bras need to look cute because they're gonna have to raise that shirt up if they want to take your heart rate or whatever. So wear a bra. Don't be swinging. Don't wear that ugly bra that's tied up right here because it's broke, or I don't know, because like, don't do that. Don't wear your nursing bra if you ain't nursing. Like, how some people keep those things after they have kids and they still wear them. But like, honestly, they're gonna have to lift your shirt up. And if you ain't got no bra on, guess everybody's seeing your stuff too. I'm just telling y'all. Um, and well, this part may be sensitive. So if you are sensitive to death, okay, I used to be a mortician. Same thing when you die. You still judged by people, okay? Your body, how you look, They be sitting up there talking. So that's how I'll leave it. I'll leave it like that. All right, there you go. They're gonna see the things, right? Thank you, Alexandria. Sprinkle, sprinkle. When I got hit on by the paramedic guys came to visit me the next day. Stay cute. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Tell them, Alexandria, I'm serious. They did that to me before they left the emergency room. They came and said goodbye. We're leaving now. I hope you feel better. Thank you so much for being a good patient. Whatever. I'm like, bye. But yeah, it's true. If most of these like emergency jobs are held by men, firemen, policemen, paramedics, um, da 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 da, they're mostly men. Okay, so you're gonna have to be aware of that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. My cousin is a funeral director. She told me about, hold on, a lady who had unkempt feet and they had to cleanse the dead skin from her feet with bleach. I always think about that. Wow. Yeah, I've seen worse. Believe me. Mm-hmm. I'm tickled. What? You look cute, frozen. Yeah. That was my intention to look good if I died. The last unicorn, sprinkle, sprinkle. He isn't fully invested in myself or a 1-year-old baby. I'm a stay-at-home mom living in his house. What should I do? No fam or friends, no career. Um, well, wait till your baby gets a little bit older. Save up the little money you can, maybe find an online job working at home or something like that you can do. Because kind of you're stuck right now unless you can find someone, when your baby gets older, put the baby in daycare like for a few hours a day and go out and do what you got to do. Da, 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 da. It's going to take time. You can't just get up and go if you don't have any solution. So I would make plans. I would start making my plan right now. Someone said start a YouTube channel. That would be a good idea. Like if you're going to have a plan to do something, you can document it on YouTube. You can say documenting, me trying to leave this dude. Here's my everyday. People might watch to see how they can do it, but make a plan first and execute it on YouTube. You never know. Or in work from home, get little jobs on the computer that you can work at home and do. You said make a hobby and make a video, right? Home sales, work at home sales, whatever you got to do. Home office, that's right. A lot of people are doing that anyway because of COVID. And plus, it's cheaper for many businesses to operate now like that. And they figured that out after, the pandemic. They figured out that they don't have to pay rent in a building and they can just have Zoom meetings and maybe rent out a meeting room once a week or once a month with employees. And that's it. It's cheaper. So I gotta go, y'all. But thank y'all so much for being here. I appreciate it. Make sure you look good when you leave your house so that you can survive. Okay, so you can make it to the next level for real. To the next day at least. And when when you think about it, it's kind of funny, but then it's also true. There's a lot of truth behind leaving your house looking crazy. May lessen your chances of survival. Okay, so I'm gonna see y'all later. Bye, sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank y'all for everybody who donated and had left funny comments. All right, bye.